On to matters around tourism now, where the tourism sector has been hurt by 2 summers lost because of the pandemic and it's hoping for a bumper festive season. But the energy crisis and high airfares are dampening those expectations. But that's not stopping Sun International. It's taking a big gamble with an 800 million rand extension to the Sun Vacation Club. Somebody has to do the tough job. So we sent Heidi Giokos to Sun City to enjoy the lovely weather outside of the office. No doubt a very difficult job for you today, Heidi, that you have out and about in one of the loveliest resorts we have in the country, while the rest of us sit here in studio. But importantly, you also are going to be focusing on the initiatives to try and boost tourism in South Africa after 2 years of basically inactivity.
Certainly a very tough job I have today, Ropiwa. I must thank my assignments editor, Faith Daniels, for giving me this very difficult assignment today. But yes, I think it's really a positive story. We've seen how the COVID-19 pandemic has truly decimated a number of sectors, including the tourism sector. But that certainly has not stopped Sun International. They've decided to further invest and build further in terms of vacation clubs. And perhaps let us just get more perspective on this 300 million rand further investment that's about to take place. We are joined by Graham Wood, who's the CEO of Sun International. Thank you so much for your time, Graham. My colleague Ropiwa Madzena saying I had a very difficult task by being in Sun City today. I must say it's very difficult. But speak to us about this amazing investment, 300 million rand, these villas that are going to be ready and built by October next year. Why have you decided to invest 300 million rand in such tough economic times?
Yeah, we're very confident about our vacation club model. We've had over 25 years experience in developing, operating, selling and managing this vacation club concept. So we feel now's the time. It's a good time now. We're focusing on the luxury end of the market. So it's 58 villas. We think there's a propensity for people to spend on this product. Affordable luxury self-catering holidays. We're very confident it can work.
So it's obviously a different market that you're catering for, something a little bit different to what you ordinarily would find at Sun City.
Yeah, so if Sun City has got a multitude of products and experiences. We've got 1,299 rooms, and then we've got 384 existing timeshare units or vacation club units. They are 2 beds and 3 beds, and now what we have found is that over time we've had more and more demand for 3 beds and 4 bed units. We've got two existing 4 bed units, and people are clamoring to get into those units. So that's the reason why we're going to build these 3 beds and 4 bed villas, because we know there's demand.
I want us to speak about the job creation and the opportunities for the communities nearby, but also why you've decided to name these villas Lafika and also this heritage site that you've had to basically build around. I want us to speak about the importance thereof, because you've obviously had to speak to traditional leaders and so forth to be involved in all of this.
Yeah, I was saying to somebody earlier, let's talk about Lafika first. Lafika is a Tswana name for rock. And we've drawn inspiration from the heritage sites that are around us, these old rock formations from people who used to live here many, many, many years ago. And it's inspired the architecture. And it's the first departure for us at Sun City in terms of how we name our products. If you think about everything else that's here, it's Cabanas, the Cascades, the Sun City Hotel, the Palace, and now Lafika. And everybody's saying, what's Lafika? And so there's some mystique about it. And it's something that we can build on from the heritage perspective as to how it integrates into the overall fabric of our resort. But let's turn to the question on job creation and the importance of what we do in our communities. COVID was terrible for us in our industry. We had to, unfortunately, retrench people here. We still employ 5,000 people here, directly and indirectly. So this is a vote of confidence of our shareholders and our board and ourselves in developing Sun City, and it will create more jobs and the development of more enterprises. We're committing ourselves to at least spend 30% of our development spend on local contractors. So it's not just about jobs, but it's about how do we help stimulate and create sustainable enterprises into the future.
Great. We need to get out of the sun because it's very hot, but I just have one last question. I'm going to tie 2 in one. Load shedding remains a very big problem.
Yes.
Eskom perhaps many would say is not really playing their part in all of this. And when I spoke to Brett Hoppy earlier, who's the general manager of the resorts, was saying that the diesel budget is exorbitant because you're obviously running on generators. How has this been factored in for this new development? But also the issue around domestic flights. That is a massive problem. There aren't enough flights. You're moving into peak season. Is this going to affect your operations at all?
Yeah, so renewable energy is definitely a priority focus for us. We are busy working on a holistic renewable energy plan for the resort. We're doing a first phase where I think we can take about 3 to 5% of our energy load off the grid through renewables. But we're working with the team to be able to think of a much more holistic, larger scale project, or plan rather, to take the whole resort off the grid from an energy point of view. As far as the flights issue is concerned, yes, it's a cause for concern for the domestic tourism industry. Fortunately for us, a lot of our demand is self-drive. So a lot of people out of Gauteng and even KZN are people who self-drive to Sun City. But we would like the domestic airlift market or the more carriers to come into the market, because it can then present an opportunity for us to reintroduce potentially flights direct from Cape Town to Sun City, because we've got the airport. But we're just not utilising it to its fullest potential at the moment.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate your time and we wish you all the best. Ropiwa, I must say that I've been trying to get Graham to give me an opportunity to own one of those villas, because they are absolutely beautiful. But I think the story here is the fact that there is demand. Yes, it's a completely different market. It's a luxury market that they are catering for. But the fact that the demand is there, given the economic challenges we face in the country, and the electricity crisis, the water crisis now in Gauteng, this is a positive given what COVID-19 did to the tourism sector. So this will all be up and running in October next year.
No, absolutely encouraging indeed, as you say, Heidi Giokos. The fact that there is demand, that means the tourism sector is well on its way back to recovery. That is Heidi Giokos standing in front of my favorite animal in the entire world, the elephant. Enjoy the rest of your time in Sun City, Heidi Giokos, there for us this afternoon.